Chronic stress can accelerate the aging process in your skin in many different ways. When we're under stress, our body produces two hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. And over time, the constant release of those two hormones can really have a negative impact on your skin's health and, of course, how it looks. We will dive into the specifics of chronic stress and what you can do about it all in today's video. Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be talking about the effects of stress on your skin, and this affects everyone of all ages. The impacts are real, but there are some things that you can do that can really alleviate the vicious stress cycle that we often find ourselves under, because one of the things it does is help speed up the aging process of your skin. Now, if you're new to the channel and new to me, I'm Chris Gibson. I'm a skincare expert here to help you find skincare that will work for you, not empty your wallet, and not do you more harm than good. And I've been doing that for like 36 years. So if this is the kind of content you've been looking for here on YouTube, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. All right, so the negative impacts of stress on your skin really come down to this constant release of cortisol and adrenaline, because those two hormones promote ongoing inflammation in the body. And we know that ongoing inflammation is the root cause of so many diseases in the body. But when it comes to your skin, it can trigger things like acne breakouts because of that inflammation. It also can shut off your body's ability to keep itself moisturized, leading to excessive dryness and irritation, because that ongoing inflammation disrupts your skin's natural barrier. And it disrupts the surface of your skin's healing ability, slowing down the wound healing process, making your wounds more likely to get infected. And if that all wasn't enough, it also can trigger things like hives and rashes. So it's clear that stress can have a significant impact on your skin's health. But here's one of the big things you need to know. Stress also accelerates the aging process of your skin, and it does it in several different ways. First of all, it attacks your collagen. Those high cortisol levels break down the proteins that make up your collagen in your body, and when we lose collagen, we lose skin elasticity, and we end up with fine lines, wrinkles, that sort of sallow look, and saggy skin. All that increased inflammation actually damages the skin cell walls, and over time can damage the actual DNA of those cells, where you're producing less and less healthier cells. This is the same type of ongoing inflammation we see indicated in diseases of other parts of the body, like heart and cardiovascular health, liver, kidney, and brain function. And as I said before, but it's good to emphasize it again, it really does disrupt your skin's barrier, which can lead to all sorts of problems like excess dryness. It also slows down the cellular turnover process on the surface of your skin, meaning that those dead skin cells that should be flaking off naturally on their own stick around, making your skin look dry, dull, and much older than you really are. Stress also causes the blood vessels in the face and under the eyes to dilate, giving us dark circles and puffiness and making those spider veins or telangiectasias more evident. So what can we do? Well, first of all, don't get stressed over being stressed. And I'm not being funny, because oftentimes when we see stress in individuals, it leads to more stress, which leads to more stress as you stress out about the stress that you already have. In other words, it creates a vicious negative health cycle, which there are some things you can do, and they're actually quite easy to dismantle this. And any one of these that you choose to start with will actually break that vicious stress cycle. First and foremost is looking at your lifestyle and making sure that your diet supports your skin health. And we've talked about that on the channel a million times, but looking at how much sugar is in your diet, refined sugar, processed foods, and salt, and removing as much of those as possible can really help your skin repair itself and reduce that inflammation level. Next in line is exercise, moderate exercise, walking, swimming, playing with the dog. There have been numerous studies that have come out in the last 2 years that show the impact of moderate activity on sedentary adults and the health of their bodies, their brains, and their skin. And in fact, one of the studies that I most often reference on the channel is the Health God study, showed that individuals who added moderate activity to their daily regimen were able to roll back 3 years of biological aging in just 8 weeks. The other thing is cutting off the stress at its root and doing some sort of mindful meditation. This is something that I do every single day. 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour. I just shut it all down and I go quiet. And I just focus on my breathing or some sound in the room and cut out as much thought as I possibly can. It gives me more clarity, more energy, and a better feeling of well-being than even a nap can give me. Studies have been coming out for years proving the beneficial effects of mindful meditation. If you don't know what that is, I highly recommend it. I will put a link down to an article on mindful meditation, how to do it, and its benefits in the video description box. You can check that out when we're done here today. And then, of course, getting enough rest, getting enough sleep. Now, I personally am a very busy person, and I have trouble with this one myself, but I made a goal at the beginning of this year that I was going to really focus on my sleep patterns and try to get that 7 solid hours of sleep every night. And I can tell you, it has made a big difference in my mental clarity, in my mood, and my ability to handle stressful situations that come up. And believe me, just like the rest of you, I have tons of stressful situations that show themselves to me almost every day. But my ability to deal with them and not let them rock me off my center has been greatly improved by making sure I get enough rest. And many of you remarked on how well my skin is looking, how I look better even now than I do in older videos. And it's because as I talk about these subjects, obviously I'm doing them. I walk my talk, have for years since I was in my late teens, early 20s. But one of the areas that I was always lacking in was rest. I was always one of those people who could stay up all night long, get 2 or 3 hours of sleep and hit it the next day and make it work. I just can't emphasize enough that by just choosing any one of these or all of them and beginning to implement them in your daily routine can have such a positive impact on your health, your skin, and how long you live. And for even more ways to roll back the clock on skin and body aging, be sure to check out this video that is coming up next. Thank you guys for supporting and watching my channel. I really appreciate you. Stay beautiful, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you over on that next video.